Oh, God! Peggy! No!
Where are you going?
Come here! Come on, Ed, quick, quick, quick! Dot! Peggy, come on, this way!
Graham is heading further north to meet a lady
Dot!
who has the run of an 18-acre estate.
Dot!
Great escape artist, Dot.
Dot, where are you? Dotty? Dot!
Once she's out of the house,
Dot!
the world is her oyster.
Quick, quick, quick! Dot!
And she doesn't pay a blind bit of notice to owner Camilla.
I will leg it after her. And she just runs off, and I can't catch her.
Dot! Dot!
She does not come back for recall.
And the only one who can keep up with her is her sidekick, Beetle.
Oh my God! Dot! Beetle! Dot!
I think she's a little dog who likes to hunt.
She's got a rabbit, I just heard it. Gone. That's it, bang.
She'll chase squirrels, foxes, badgers. She has chased sheep before.
Dot! Dot! I know that if Dot wasn't here, Beetle would be much easier to handle because she wouldn't be tempted to go off with her friend.
But Dot's love of running off on the hunt has almost had deadly consequences.
She started to run, and then a lovely lady rang, and she said they're in a stable. The lady who's found them is saying they're going to be shot unless you come and pick them up, and they've been chasing animals, and they've been very, 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 very naughty.
Where have you been?
Tragically, the family has already lost one beloved runaway pet, Dot's old companion, Isla.
So this is the collage of Isla. I think that Dot has learnt quite a lot of her bad behaviour from being brought up with Isla, who was another runner.
Isla died after being run over on the busy A road right next to the grounds, leaving the family devastated.
It makes us very fearful having a road like this close by when you've got an escape artist like this. In my mind, I've lost her once a week, twice a week. So I go through all the motions. How am I going to tell the children? How are they going to react? Where are we going to bury her? Come on.
Having lost one dog to the road, the pressure is on Graham to get this runaway reined in.
Some dogs are a lot easier to train in recall than others, but probably the most difficult are terriers, and Jack Russells in particular. They were bred to go down rabbit holes and hunt. It's a really difficult challenge, this. Hello.
Graham, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
And true to form, Dot is desperate to escape Camilla's clutches
Waiting in great anticipation for your arrival. Oh,
Good. Oh,
it's
there
great
we go.
now. Dotty!
and make a clean break for it.
Dot!
Oh, off she goes. Oh,
Bang.
come on, we better go and find her.
She's probably going to leg it now. Dot!
There she is, yeah.
Dot!
Dot!
Dot! Dot, come here! Dot! 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 Come on!
Right, come on, you!
Come here, Dot! Dot! Ah!
Dot!
I'm totally happy about where she is now because we're not near the road. Because I know she's safe in this particular
Okay.
bit.
So that I can hear the road behind us.
Yes, and it's a very busy road, dual carriageway,
Yeah.
and we've sadly already lost a dog there on the road.
Well, listen, I don't want to risk anything. We better find her.
Well, let's go and have a look, see
Right.
where she is. Dot! Come on!
With even Beetle not knowing where her partner in crime is, the hunt for Dot turns into a waiting game.
Some point, when Dot's ready, she'll appear.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't know when that could
And
be.
that's the key phrase, when Dot's ready.
When Dot's ready. Dot! Come here! Dot! No. No sign.
But living on such a huge estate means there's no end of places where she may be.
She could run all the way down there where she has been known to go in the past,
Right.
which is a terrible scenario. One particular time, I got a call from a lady. She said, Camilla, there's a young girl on a horse and the dogs were sort of jumpy and yappy because they were nervous and they knew they shouldn't be
Yeah,
there
of
and they were
course.
egging each other on and they're being threatened with a shotgun.
Crikey.
It was a horrible situation,
Yeah.
actually. That can't happen again.
There's no control here, is there?
No.
So we need to fix that.
Please, if we could, I'd be very grateful.
But first we need to get her back.
Yes. Dot! Dotty! Come here! Dot!
Oh, there she is.
Here. Come here!
Yay, good girl.
Come here.
That's it, gotcha.
So that's quite...
That was lucky.
Yes.
There are an abundance of temptations out here for her. You know, rabbits, mice, birds, and that's what Camilla's got to compete with in order to get her back. And frankly, Camilla's tone of voice isn't exactly enticing. It's terrifying. So I don't really blame Dot for not coming back for Camilla.
But you see, that's perfect example of what will happen 3 times a day.
Okay.
So a walk that might take 20 minutes could take 2 hours. So that's why I'm missing appointments, late for school meetings.
Right.
Mummy, why are you always late at the netball matches?
Yeah.
What I'd love to do is not have her on the lead and have a normal walk with her sort of coming when I call her.
There was a pretty good chance there she'd have been down the hole and...
Oh yeah, and out when she's ready.
This is an idyllic setting, but if you're a dog like Dot with no recall, it's actually a very dangerous place. There are rabbit holes that she can disappear down. She's been caught and been threatened with being shot. And behind the house in this direction, there's a main dual carriageway, and this family have already had a dog killed on that road. Frankly, it's a matter of time. I need to fix this recall problem.
With Dot safely in Camilla's arms, they head back to the house, where Graham shares his words of wisdom.
The cardinal sin of dog recall is don't call your dog back with an angry voice.
Right, okay.
Which you do. I don't know if you realise.
Yes, I'm sure, yeah.
You wouldn't run back to somebody who shouted to you like that. What I'm seeing, it's hard to put a finger on it, but there's no bond between you. She does her own sweet thing,
Yes.
and you're powerless.
Yeah.
Does that sound right to you?
Well, it's difficult to bond with a dog that is never around to bond with.
Yeah.
So she's not a cosy, cuddly dog.
Right.
She's a sniffing, running, hunting type of dog.
This is, you know, this is Jack Russell. She's got strong hunting instincts. So what I'm asking myself to do here is go against Mother Nature and teach a dog who doesn't want to come back when you call her.
I've never seen anyone else get her back.
Right.
So it makes me think, well, she's never going to come back. She's not
Okay.
bothered about coming back.
Yeah.
So if I could see you working your magic, then I'm sure it would give me the confidence to say, I can do this.
Well, hopefully we can go a stage further than that, because rather than just me demonstrating it, I need to get
I'm gonna do
you
it.
doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you know that you can do it, then I can drive away from here and we're on the right track.
That'd be great.
Shall we go find her?
Let's do it. Come on, Graham.
Getting that dog to come back is a really big ask. Frankly, it's going to take a lot more than Camilla just changing the tone of her voice in order to get Dot back, because these grounds are vast and that terrier can be out of earshot really, really quickly. So I'm going to have a think about how we do this.
To start, Graham's using the safety of a 30-foot-long line, so Camilla can give a quick tug to show Dot what's expected of her when she calls her name.
The recall command needs to be nice and bright and happy. Now, you could use your voice instead of that, Dot, come here, sort of angry sound. It would need to be very much, you know, Dot, here. But in a place like this, your voice might not carry enough. So I'm going to suggest something that I don't normally do, and that's a whistle. I've got a couple, one for you, one for me.
Thank you, Graham. Lovely.
But with the temptation of foxholes and farms being so strong, Graham thinks it'll take more than a whistle and a flick to bring Dot to heel. He wants Camilla to make Dot as excited about running back to her as she is about her hunting trips.
What we're now going to do is associate the sound of the whistle with something good happening when she comes back, right? So we need a reward. Now, we could use treats, but what she really wants is a little furry thing that squeaks. Oh, she liked the sound of that.
Yeah, ears are up.
Now, if she comes back to the whistle, right, we get all terribly excited, we squeak the squeaky thing. If we start going backwards, she's got to speed up to catch us. It creates that urgency.
If she comes,
And if she comes,
praise and adoration.
there's something in it for her.
And squeaky, hairy cow.
That's it.
Graham's plan is to tempt her back to Camilla and the kids with fun and excitement, so he takes the lead to show her exactly what he wants.
Yeah, good girl. Come on, then. She's a clever girl.
Although the toy piques her interest, it's
Really?
not quite enough to get her to return all the way.
OK, it's probably not her favourite toy in the world.
So Graham has another trick in his bag.
It's a cheese.
Oh, he looks quite interesting.
Well, she does look, she smelt those. Like,
Dot, do you like cheese? I don't really think of dogs and cheese. I mean, who thinks of dogs and cheese? I think dogs and bone, dogs and chicken, dogs and biscuits. But dogs and cheese, it's a new one.
Now with a cube of cheese on the menu and Camilla channeling her positive voice, can she get Dot to return?
Yeah, clever girl. That's
You're a good
super.
girl, Dot,
Who's
you're
a clever girl?
good.
Yay! That'll do. How happy is she? Look at that waggy tail. Loving the whole family getting involved. everybody's cheering her on. So what we're beginning to see now is when we blow that whistle, peep, peep, straight away now, she's going, yep, I've got to come back. Dottie, come on then. Yay! Yeah. She's a clever girl.
I've never seen this dog so animated, Graham. The last time I saw her looking like that was when somebody held up a dead rabbit that she'd caught.
Right.
Well, she's a good student, Graham.
She is.
With Dot coming back each time to Mum, Graham wants to challenge Camilla.
In order to transition from having the long line on to no line at all, we need to get used to you not being attached to it.
Yeah.
If you drop the long line...
So I don't actually hold this lead?
I don't think you need to now. I think you've done really well today. So from here on in, I think you can come out. If in doubt, you can always pick it up and hold it,
yes,
as you are today.
Yes.
But I think most of the time you can let her just go with you and trail it behind. We're going to blow the whistle and peep her.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping she'll still come back.
I think she would.
Yes, straight away.
Good girl.
Fantastic.
Go on, my Dottie.
Yay!
Go on, my Dottie.
Until Dot's recall is ingrained in her, which will take weeks more practice, Graham wants to keep her long lead attached.
How about that?
But by letting it trail behind her, it gives Dot the feeling of being free and Camilla the safety net of being able to grab her. But to prove that the bond between them is already stronger than it was a few hours ago, Graham throws in one last test.
I've got a bit of cheek, so I'm going to distract her away. Let's see if you can distract her away from me.
Right.
Well, it's this. So you don't have hold of that lead at all now.
No.
And she knows I've got a bit of cheese.
Right.
So make those peeps good.
Hey, Dot, come on. What's this? Hey, Dot, come on. Dot, here, come on.
Fantastic, look at that.
Good girl. Here, Dottie.
That's
Good
recall.
girl, that's recall. Oh, good girl, Dot. Oh, the training has been fantastic. I feel really happy. I hope now that we've got a safe relationship moving forward.
With practice, Graham believes Dot won't need to be attached to a long lead. And to build up to removing it completely,
Great.
he's got a top tip
Let's
which
go.
will help them both.
In order to transition from long lead on to no lead on, we're going to snip that lead bit by bit every week. And it may take a few months, but in the end, that dog will be coming back super reliably, I'm sure.
Happy that Dot can now be recalled away from danger, Graham leaves Camilla to carry on with the training.
This morning, it really looked as though this was a disaster waiting to happen. Now it doesn't. There's a bond now. You can see that Dot really wants to run back to Camilla. But a bit of practice, that'll be a fantastic recall.
It's like she goes into another zone.
Yeah.
So she can't hear us. Whoa! And she just runs from tree to tree to tree to tree, chasing these squirrels. No, enough. Enough.
If there isn't a squirrel, she'll get to the tree and eat the tree, like try and devour the tree, strip the bark off.
I don't know if it's that she can smell the scent on there, but we don't know why she bites the trees.
Don't know.
Grace, come here.
Helen is a lover of the outdoors, and she imagined dog walks would be the perfect tonic
Graves, come here.
to her
Here.
stressful job helping vulnerable
here.
people who've endured trauma.
45 minutes, an hour it takes sometimes to get her back. Sometimes I have to phone other people to come and help me because I can't do it on my own.
Instead, a walk
careful.
with Graves only amplifies her anxieties.
We've got a dog really for my mental health so that I could go out for walks, be in the fresh air in the countryside and have a nice calm dog to walk with, and that hasn't happened.
Hold on.
Sometimes when I come back from a walk, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm stressed. My stress levels are up here. Enough, enough, enough. I'm in tears, and she's 3. You know, she might live till she's 15. Can we really do this for another 12 years? I don't know.
Walking Graves isn't just stressful. 2 years ago, her obsessive instincts almost killed her.
She chased a squirrel across a road. It was quite a busy road, and she got hit by a car. I didn't see it, I heard it, and I could just hear her howling. She dislocated her hip. She had a punctured lung. It was really scary. It was horrible, and I thought we were going to lose her.
Desperate to avoid another tragedy, Helen's called on Graham for help.
So, it's obviously not enjoyable walking her.
I thought going out for dog walks would help me, would kind of give me some calm and some peace.
Clear your head, clear your mind.
Yeah, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
And I come home more stressed than I went out in the first place.
You look a bit stressed out now. How are you feeling?
I am quite stressed out now, yeah, because I don't know what she's going to do because she's quite unpredictable.
Yeah.
So if she saw a squirrel now, she'd have me over.
It's just like you're walking along waiting for something to hit you.
Yeah.
Seen the squirrel?
Yeah.
Here, Raves, enough.
A walk for Helen, it's a bit of a vicious circle. Raves is badly behaved, therefore Helen's getting anxious and stressed. And because of that, Raves carries on doing what she's doing, and you can see how that just gets worse and worse. So it's a bit like, you know that moment where you kind of hit your thumb with a hammer by accident and then swear at the hammer? You know, she's doing that, yeah?
Wow.
She's trying to get up to see the squirrels. She can't climb the tree, gets overexcited, gets frustrated, and just goes, yeah. She takes it out on the trees.
I mean, I just wouldn't have thought of it like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
Yeah.
But what are you doing wrong? Well, actually, the lead walking's not brilliant, if I'm honest. She's always out the front, you know. But also, I need to change the way you look, because Helen, forgive me, but you look really stressed out a lot of the time. So I'm going to have to ask you to, even if you're feeling a wee bit stressed, do your best to look the part.
Okay.
In a word, confident.
I was surprised about what Graham said. I didn't realise about my body language or the whole confidence thing either, so yeah, we'll see if it works.
To prove just how important body language is,
No, this
Graham
way.
wants to show
Raves, this
Helen
way.
that by simply walking Raves with confidence,
Josh is pulling
she'll
all
be
the
able
bolts.
to stay in control.
Come
And that starts well away from the squirrel-infested woods.
So this morning, it was pretty obvious to me that Helen had no control, really, with Raves. So I want to give her a bit of control back, and I want her to build her confidence up. So we're going to come away from the trees and bed in some really good behaviour, so everybody knows what they're doing, including Raves, and then we'll go back in the woods.
To regain control, Helen will need to leave her anxieties behind her, but she'll also need a clear plan to keep Raves on track.
If she pulls or she goes somewhere you don't want her to go, not allowed, check her on the lead. It's like, no.
Okay.
But if she's being good, good girl. Nice calm praise, yeah?
Okay.
Right, off you go.
Right, let's go, Raves. Good girl, nice.
That's it, keep going.
The second Raves veers off course. Helen brings her back.
Yeah, a bit sharper than that, faster.
Good girl, Raves. Good girl.
That's better.
Good.
And praises her for staying on track.
Good girl. Good. Yes, good girl.
As Helen's confidence grows,
Hardly pulling on it at all.
Now,
Raves lets her take the lead.
In fact, she's not pulling on it.
she's not pulling now.
Good girl.
And she takes her first steps towards a stress-free walk.
Good girl. Good.
Brilliant. You look like a different woman from this morning.
Thanks.
Let's not rest on any laurels,
No.
because, dare I say, we're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah.
Helen has made great strides, but will she be able to stick to the plan and keep Raves on
Good
course
girl.
where woodland creatures roam?
Enough.
That's it,
Enough.
that's it.
Before long, Raves' instincts kick in.
No, don't let her
No.
drag you.
No.
Remember, who's steering who?
No. No. Enough.
Keep going.
Enough.
Keep walking. She's seen a squirrel right
Enough.
behind me. Keep going. Keep
Enough.
going. Keep going.
Enough.
Keep going.
Enough.
Good. That's it. Well done, Ellen.
And as they head deeper into the woods,
There's a squirrel right there.
Helen's anxieties surface.
Keep going. All right, keep going. Do your best to keep going, Ellen. Don't stop.
Walk up. I can't
No.
do this. Sorry.
That's it. Don't lie there.
I can't do it. Sorry.
All right, have a minute.
I just feel like it's never going to work and I'm never going to get it right. And so she's just always going to drag me around the woods.
Well, it's not easy. I mean, there was a squirrel literally 6 feet away from you who sat on the tree and then just sat there going, no, you know. So that was hard. All right?
Yeah.
All right, best foot forward, don't worry about it. If at first you don't succeed and all that.
Okay.
It was always going to be harder, of course, coming here. And it turns out this is Squirrel City. So it's difficult, you know, for Helen. Fingers crossed this next bit goes well.
After taking a moment, Helen plucks up the courage to go again.
How you feeling?
Bit anxious.
Okay.
I have to pretend not to be. And yeah, just have to try, don't I?
Yeah, so try your best. Nothing's going to go terribly wrong. I'm here. This is going to be a load better than it was this morning, right? So, all yours.
Okay, come on then, walk on.
That's it. Keep going. Brilliant, well done. She wanted to go that way, you decided otherwise. Well done.
This time around,
There's a squirrel.
Uh-oh.
No, enough. Enough.
by sticking to the plan
This way,
Just go.
this way.
Just keep moving.
Walk on,
and leaving her anxieties behind her,
walk on. Good
There
girl.
you go, well done. That's it.
Good girl. Yes,
Super.
Good girl.
See, she's following you now.
Helen's able to take the lead.
Good girl.
Now, you see this? Looks like it did out on the field.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes.
Good girl.
Good. Good girl.
Brilliant.
Stop. Good girl.
Wow.
Yes, good girl.
Nice.
It's amazing.
So, how do you feel seeing Rose walk through the woods like a normal dog?
Well, she doesn't feel like our dog.
The one thing you've learned today is just when you think this is never going to work, take a breath, calm things down a bit, try again, you know?
Yeah.
I just really take my hat off to her. She was amazing. She went from tears and I can't do this to I'm proud of myself. Incredible.
Just this morning, this Sprolly would go raving mad for squirrels.
This way. This way.
Now Helen's learnt to keep Raves' urges at bay and had a glimpse of what a woodland walk should feel like.
I feel quite proud of myself. I'm proud of Raves. She's done really well today. I honestly didn't think that we'd be able to do that. It gives you a little bit of hope for how walks might be.
Well done.
Pick up the ball! Pick up the ball, boys!
Oh, man. Who's got the ball? Where are you going?
80 miles away, in London, Denver the bearded collie has a 66-year-old grandma run ragged.
Come here.
Much to Jilly's distress, he's become fixated on busting balls.
When he's got it, he's totally obsessed with it. He's getting a lot of pleasure from these balls.
Denver may be getting a kick out of his football fetish,
Denver, pick up the ball! Pick up the ball! Oh, God!
but for Jilly, life's becoming unbearable.
When this happens, it's very hard for me to explain how emotional I get, how embarrassed, how upset, how worried I am, and it makes me very, very anxious. I'm really sorry.
I think in the last year, he has probably got up to between 90 and 100 balls. I've lost count. And it's cost me nearly £300 cash to placate people, which is a lot of money.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, if you chase him, it'll make it worse.
And Jilly's not just out of pocket. Sometimes things have turned nasty.
I had one guy absolutely kick the dog when he was trying to get the ball back, which really upset me and upsets me now thinking about it. I've had verbal abuse, really nasty abuse. I never know quite what to expect.
Living in fear of reprisal, Jilly goes to extreme lengths to keep the peace.
I've got to carry balls with me, which is a pain in the neck, because otherwise I'm left with the embarrassment of having to either come back to the car, get some money, or get a ball. And it's easier, sometimes it's just easier to carry them. Can you come and play football with me in the garden?
Jilly loves nothing more than having her grandkids over to play. But the fun times tend to end in tears.
No! No! Give it back! Oh, Denver!
Oh, Denver!
Come here at once! Naughty boy! Look what he's done. I'm so sorry, darling.
In the garden, it does affect me. I get very nervous about it because I think that possibly one of the children could be holding the ball and he could potentially hurt them. I can't do this anymore. Come on. Every walk, I'm on tenterhooks the whole time. Am I going to be shouted at? Is he going to bite someone ultimately? He could really hurt someone quite seriously.
With Jilly living in fear of Denver being branded a dangerous dog, time is running out for this ball breaker.
So Denver is a bearded collie, so a beardie. So they're working dogs. They use them to herd sheep. Where it all goes wrong is you're not meant to kill a football, Denver.
Graham suspects Denver's natural herding instinct has switched into attack mode.
Good
Hello,
morning, Graham.
morning, how are you?
Do good, come in. Lovely
Thank
to
you
meet
very much.
To solve the issue, he has to see it for himself.
I see there's a couple of footballs there.
I have.
Shall we have a kickabout, Harry? So, there we go. Oi, no. Right. Are you ready? Are you ready? There you go. Oh. That was that. He's really quick off the mark, you know. It's become a bit of a wrestling match, this.
Come on, leave it.
And Jilly's beginning to lose her rag a little bit.
No, leave it. Leave it.
That's kind of impossible, isn't it?
It is impossible, Graham. It really is, and it stresses me out. I'm stressed now.
Yeah. You're actually a bit shaky, Jilly.
Yeah, I am shaky.
Yeah.
We've had bearded collies for over 30 years, and this is the first dog that's ever done this.
Right. Well, it's bad enough in the garden. Sorry to ask you, but I've got to see it, really. So
I know.
Can we go to the park and have a
We
look
can
there?
indeed, yes.
All
yes,
right.
yes, OK, let's go.
The first thing Graham wants to establish is how good Denver's recall is when there are no balls to chase.
You said before that he's got really good recall if there are no footballs around. Is that
Yeah,
right?
his recall is quite normal. If we've
Yeah,
just been for a normal walk and
Yeah.
he's had a good play and run around and I just whistle or I call him,
Yeah.
put him back on the lead and off we go.
OK. Well, I can't see any footballs
No.
anywhere now. Shall we? Do you want to show me?
OK.
That's it.
Come on, come on.
Go on then.
Come on,
Let's go for a bit of a
Yes, come
walkabout. That's it. Come on, young man.
on. So his recall is just walking
Oh,
around.
he's gone.
He hasn't. Oh, no. Okay.
Call him then.
Come on, Denver. Come on, this way. What's this? What's this? What's this? Good boy.
Recall's terrible. There's no
Denver. Come on. Here.
there's no footballs anywhere in sight.
Good boy. Good
And he's
boy.
not
What's
coming
this?
back. I mean, he's given her a merry dance.
Even without a distraction, Denver's recall is ropey. But as soon as there's the thud of leather on grass, it's game over.
Boys, have you got balls? Put up your jumper. No, don't
Don't
kick
drop
it.
that ball.
Don't kick it.
No! Okay. Right.
Stop.
That's going to happen. Right then. Denver's gone straight in. And now he's a million miles away with the ball.
I'm so sorry that he's taken your ball, boys.
The truth is, this is a lovely dog who's playful. He doesn't mean any harm.
Come on.
But if he bites somebody by accident trying to get to that ball, it could be curtains for him. And I just think they've been so lucky it hasn't happened yet. So, bearded collie should be herding, really, not going after kind of prey drive fashion and going in for the kill, but the wires have got crossed in his head. Then it's gone pop. He's gone, hey, like the biggest high ever, you know? From that moment on, he was addicted. So I don't think it's your fault, but we need some crafty training to overcome it.
Yeah.
Here we are, football stadium.
Perfect location.
This is for a dog who's addicted to football, that's for
Yes.
sure.
The ultimate goal is to stop Denver's urge to chase down footballs, and the first step towards that is mastering his recall.
So, here we go. Good boy! Yay! What's this?
For this training, Graham is using a whistle and a long lead.
There you go. Do you like that? Yeah, good boy!
Denver needs to learn when the whistle is blown, he must return. When he ignores the whistle, he's given a light flick on the lead.
Go on.
But when Denver gets it right,
Yay!
he's treated to
Good
an
boy.
extra helping of praise.
Yeah, good boy! Come on then.
And the occasional doggy treat.
Good lad. Now, with this kind of training, my praise is really excited, as you may have noticed.
Yes.
Woo! And all that. And he's like, oh, okay. So he's starting to come more quickly. I'm trying to build up the strongest possible recall so that when there's a distraction, a football, it's like, no, don't do that either. Come back here, yeah? There you go. Have a long line, all yours.
Goodness.
With Denver catching on quickly, Graham is keen to keep the momentum going.
Right. So now, if I crouch down with him, pick the whistle. If he comes straight away, you know what to do. If he doesn't, get ready to flick him, yeah? Right, when you're ready.
But it's a lot harder than it looks.
So if you blow the whistle when you're ready, now come in.
Jilly's so used to being dominated by this hooligan hound, she can't find her voice.
What are you going to do? Needs to be quite sharp, really. That's it. There! Right, blow the whistle again. And flick. There! Run backwards.
Good boy.
Good,
With a little more practice,
good. Run. Go, that's it. Fantastic.
Boy, come on, good boy.
she nails the technique.
Well done, you. Good boy.
Right, that's a good start. A really good start. I should get a football, really,
This
shouldn't
is
I?
a big one.
It is.
Until now, even the bounce of a ball could send Denver into a frenzy. If he reacts, Jilly will need to bring him under control with just the whistle and the lead.
Here we go. Oh. That's a small miracle. Flick. Oh, well done!
Good boy.
Hey!
Good boy. Good
Super.
boy.
How'd you feel?
Wow. Quite elated.
Yeah, that's amazing. Let's try again.
Every time Denver goes for the ball, he's immediately recalled.
Oh, wow.
Boy, clever boy.
Right.
Graham wants him to learn there's no longer a reward in chasing balls.
Good boy. Well done.
Eventually, he gives up and decides it's not worth trying anymore.
Good boy. Hey?
Stage 1 complete. Now Graham wants to emulate what it might be like for Jilly in the park.
So, this is great. But we're on a football pitch and the floodlights are on and I've got a football. There's only one thing missing.
Footballers.
Footballers. Boys, come on over.
But what Graham hasn't told Jilly yet is that he's planning to take Denver off the lead.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Good. You ready, boys? Yeah. Good. Right, off we go. That's good. This is amazing. You're beginning to relax a bit because you're not holding on for dear life anymore.
Once the lads have warmed up, it's time to throw Jilly in at the deep end.
Clever
You've done
boy.
so well.
In fact, I think you've done so well that, unless I'm much mistaken, he's probably going to just stay there.
It's the ultimate test. Given total freedom, will Denver decide to bolt?
Get your whistle ready just in case. Good, isn't it? Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
Hey, Jilly, what about this?
Unbelievable. Just amazing. Fantastic.
I knew it would work to some extent, but how far we would get in one day, I'm a bit amazed myself, really. Very pleased.
Just hours ago, Denver was an out-of-control football
He's got the
hooligan.
ball.
Clever, you clever boy.
Now he's happy to be a well-behaved spectator at Jilly's side.
I never ever thought Denver would react like this, no. Didn't. I just didn't think it was in him. I didn't think it was in me to be able to control him. And yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon.
When I think back to this morning, Jilly was a complete nervous wreck. I mean, I literally don't know if I've ever worked with anybody quite so nervous. And yet, this evening, she's transformed into this lady who's confident and happy and thank you so much, I can't believe it. It's great. It's a lovely thing to see that change.
Oh my God, Peggy! No, Mum!
Peggy's constantly giving owner Sarah and daughter Jodie the runaround.
You left the window open. Don't blame me. It's your dog. Peggy, come on this way.
The more they call her back,
Peggy, this way.
the faster she runs.
Anything she can jump up and get her paws over, she can scramble over. I've never seen anything like it.
Peggy, come on this way. Oh, she's gone.
And once she's gone, you just can't catch her.
Where is she? I can't see her. Mum.
At that point, you either have to wait for her to come back 3 or 4 hours later, or wait for someone to pick her up and ring you.
Peg!
If Peg's not enjoying the great outdoors, she's making house calls.
What are you doing? Hey? She frightens my little cat to death.
Oh, no.
She's an absolute minx, that's what she is. She thinks everybody is her friend.
I spend my time apologising and thank you for bringing her back and thank you for calling me.
It's a pleasure when she comes round, but it's a pleasure when she goes.
I make a point of telling people she's not my dog, she's my mum's dog.
On or off the lead, Peggy has one thing on her mind.
Peggy, come back this way, that's naughty.
She just wants to hunt.
Peggy, out of
Get
there.
out of there! She likes to explore holes.
I would love to be able to let her off the lead. Peggy, wait.
Once she sniffs out her prey, she's unstoppable.
Like you can see how I'm literally having to hold myself. Peggy, come here. See, this is what she's like if she gets on the scent. No, come here. No. And I'd love her to be able to come when she's called. Peggy. Peggy, right, no, wait.
This is absolutely mission impossible to train this dog.
Some dogs just do want to bolt out the home. It's really difficult with terriers to get them to recall, to come back to you successfully. The biggest worry when a dog runs off is being knocked over by cars. It's a miracle, frankly, that Peggy's not hurt herself yet.
To stop Peggy bolting, Graham needs to know more about what triggers it.
Hello. Oh, right, okay.
Sorry.
This is Peggy.
I can't let go of her.
Sarah, nice to meet you. Hello. Yeah. So, what do we think's in the mix with Peggy?
Her dad was just a little terrier. Her mother was a cross between an Airedale and a Retriever.
Does she do much retrieving?
No.
No. She does a lot of what terriers do then,
Yes.
does she?
Her scent drive is so strong.
Right.
And she just goes.
And when she does bolt, you can't get her back.
Exactly. So it is the recall.
How long's she away for?
Anywhere between 2 and 4 hours.
Are you winding me up? When you've been away, she's been gone 8 hours before.
Has she?
Yeah.
Where's she go for 8 hours?
Up the woods. My worst fear is just losing her totally, really.
Well, I need to see the problem. So I've got something in my bag, which is about 20 metres worth of long line. What I want to do is just put this on her so that she can't really escape. And then I want you to just like open the door and let's just see what this is like. And then do your best to get her back.
The long line technique means Peggy should feel free to roam.
I'm stood out here just waiting for Sarah to open the door. And there are 2 things I'm looking for. One is the dog behaviour, but more importantly, I want to see what Sarah does to try and get her back.
Come on, Peggy.
Come here, back in.
Come on, this way. Come on, Peggy, you come. Good girl, come on. Come on, in. Come on, Peggy. Come on, good girl. Come on, Peggy.
Go on.
Come on. No, Peggy.
She's not listening at all to Mum. And off they go now down the lane.
Oh, she's gone. Gone.
Peggy! Come on!
Come, Peggy, this way. Come on. Come on, walkies. Come on.
Well, as you can hear, it's Peggy this way, come on, all the rest of it, and clearly not listening. So how long does this normally last for?
Hours.
in the middle of a bramble patch.
As Graham works out why Peggy's not responding,
Peggy, come on, good girl.
it seems Jodie's read his mind.
How is that a good girl? She's going in, brambles, stinging herself, going, there's a good girl.
Yeah,
There's
you're right.
nothing good about that. She's taking the mick out of her.
She is, yeah. Well, Sarah and Jodie both clearly got their own ideas about how to do things. But here's the thing, neither of them can control that dog. You got her?
After a tangle in the brambles, it's time for some home truths.
Well, that was a disaster. There's something you said to me, and it was about your mum saying good girl.
Peggy will be doing something naughty, and because you want to get close to her, you're like, oh, there's a good girl.
Fair comment?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I don't realise I'm doing it.
You miss timing the good girl. So quite often when she's being naughty at a given point, the dog just goes, oh, good girl. Trouble is, it's not funny though, is it? Because one day, if you're not careful, Peggy might not come back.
We just got told off, I think. It was really hard not to laugh. Do you know what it was like being in front of the headmaster?
You need a system to work to. We need a system for walking out the door, and we need a system for getting her back. And you practice them, you'll see an improvement.
I totally understand where you're coming from. Totally get it. But I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
I don't think you can train her.
I'm feeling the pressure here because if I can't show them some improvement today, I'll walk back down that drive and they'll be thinking, well, that was a waste of time.
Graham wants to begin by tackling Peggy's recall.
Peggy! Come on! Come, Peggy, this way, come on!
Starting by simplifying what they say to get her back.
So, first of all, we need a command, don't we? So, what would you say?
What, to Peggy?
Yeah.
Peggy here.
You need to stick to that. Because if it starts being, come here, Peggy, come here, wait, oi, well, you know, you did this yesterday, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
But in Peggy's case, a command might not be enough.
Habits are funny things, and whether you're a dog or a human, it's the same. They come from practicing something again and again and again.
To get Peggy into the habit of returning, Graham's using a 20-metre training line.
Come on, you. Let's encourage her to mooch about.
With a command...
Peggy, here!
Followed by a flick of the line...
Good girl, what's this?
She's
clever
recalled.
Girl. There you go.
Once she's returned, she gets her favourite treat, a sausage. Every time Peggy runs to Graham...
Peggy, here!
He reels the line in and runs back, turning it into a fun game.
Super! Where I want them to get to is that one day, automatically and without the long line, when they call her back, she just comes. There's your dog. Right, off you go. Let's put it all together.
Peggy here? Clever girl. Come on.
And then
Peggy seems to be responding, but there's a hitch.
Come on, here, Peggy, here.
Now you're in a mess. Sarah got a bit flustered. She forgot to bring the line back in. All you've got to do is strip it back in big, long lead lengths behind you and just throw it behind you as you go.
Peggy here? Peggy here.
Oh,
clever
super.
girl. Clever girl.
A dog that once ignored her owners is now happy to come back.
And you brought your lead back. Well done.
And with each attempt, Peggy's obedience grows.
Peggy here?
Oh, well done.
Clever girl.
I'm surprised. That's good.
The fact that she's acknowledging me and came bounding back towards me, that is a result in itself.
Sarah looked over the moon the first time she called Peggy and she came straight back because there's that instant recognition. It's like, oh, my dog does want to run to me.
I'm quite shocked, really. I think I owe a bit of an apology for doubting him so much.
He kind of got instant results.
It is a bit annoying. It is a bit annoying. Obviously, we want it to be a success, but it's sort of like, are you winding me up?
I hope she's just not lulling us into a false sense of security.
With Peggy's recall training in place, Graham can turn his attention to her escaping antics.
Peggy, come on this way!
Oh, she's gone!
By creating an uncrossable boundary, in this case, a doormat.
When I open the door, if she goes to move, I'm going to use a bit of body language to block and get her to move backwards. This is the no-go area for the dog. We're going to start not with the door fully open, we're going to make it a bit easier and just have it just a crack open. If she goes forward towards the door, she gets in trouble. When she moves back, off the doormat, she gets praise. So, what's that then? No. Now, she didn't cross the line there, but she was about to. So I had to be quick and block. cover it. Good girl. What do you reckon? Good girl, that's super. If I walk out, what would happen? Ah, no. Good girl. Super. Notice I'm not saying stay and holding my hand and walking backwards. It's really clear, really simple. Clever girl. Good. Clever girl. That's super.
I'm impressed. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Graham.
But will this little bolter stay put when Sarah tries?
Do your worst.
Wait.
Right, so just hold it at that. Good girl, exactly. So you need to go around the other side. That's it, get ready and watch her. That's it. Be ready to step in if you have to. You can tell a good girl because at the moment this is good girl.
That is really good girl.
That's
Clever
it.
girl.
Now take a step out the door.
Good girl.
That's it.
Wait.
That's it.
Clever girl.
Take a step back again. Yeah, this is really good. Keep going. Keep an eye on her though. Good girl. And then without rushing. Right, shut the door. Super. How did that feel?
Yeah, that was really good.
Escape artist Peggy now knows her boundaries.
We've come a long way in a day.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just remember, if you think it's going to work, you've got half a chance. If you think it's all going to come crashing down, you'll pretty much make that happen.
Even you said this morning she's untrainable. All my neighbours have said she's untrainable. My dad says she's untrainable.
Right.
So you've come along and you've actually said at the end of the day, this dog is trainable, and I think she's trainable.
You've just got to put the training in.